I'm in a fascinating country full of contradictions. It's got ancient cave dwellings and the luxury condos. It's one of the most populous nations on earth, yet it's got incredible biodiversity. It's 90% Muslim, yet alcohol, prostitution, and homosexuality are legal here. It has been conquered by the Greeks and Romans, but has since fought off countless invaders and has remained unconquered for nearly 6 centuries. Its people have a bad reputation, yet it's the 6th most visited country on earth. And despite being one of the hardest hit by the coronavirus, as well as some recent tension between our leaders, it was one of the first nations to reopen its doors to American travelers. Oh, it's also the birthplace of Santa Claus. Welcome to Turkey! Known as the gateway to the Middle East, Turkey sits at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, dotted with bizarre alien landscapes and surrounded on 3 sides by turquoise blue seas lined with lush rugged mountains, picturesque villages, and ancient ruins. It is undoubtedly the most beautiful nation in the Middle East. But if Turkey is blessed with its geography, it's cursed by its location. Some of Turkey's biggest enemies sit right on its borders. Iran is also right next door, as are the war-torn nations of Iraq and Syria. But while active terror cells still operate in the east of the country, the west of the country is regarded as one of the safest and most progressive travel destinations on earth. This time around, we'll be focusing on pre-Islamic Turkey. I'll begin my journey in the mystical region of Cappadocia. From there, I'll make my way to Antalya, traveling through Konya and the Taurus Mountains. From Antalya, I'll visit the Kurşunlu waterfalls before touring the ancient cities of Perga, Aspendos, and Side. Next, I'll explore the majestic Lycian coast. And after snorkeling the turquoise waters of Paselis, I'll visit the tomb of Santa Claus before exploring Mira and Kekova Island. Lastly, I'll day trip to the historic Karayin Cave before experiencing the mysterious wonders of Pamukkale and Hierapolis. Soaring high above the Turkish Badlands, in a spectacular region known as Cappadocia. This bizarre alien landscape is the result of a large volcanic eruption that took place nearly 65 million years ago. The eruptions blanketed the valley in a thick layer of basalt and volcanic tuff. Over time, the softer layers eroded away, leaving a series of natural caves and these spectacular limestone pillars called fairy chimneys. To explore this entire terrain on foot would take 2 years, so the best way to see it is by hot air balloon.
Deniz üstü köpürür, hey canım rinnanay rinna rinnanay. Kayaya da binsem götürür, hey canım hey. Benim de şu dünyaya gelişim, hey canım rinnanay rinna rinnanay. Bir güzelin hatırı, hey canım hey. Canım katarı, hey canım rinnanay rinna rinnanay. Yüreğimde yatarı, hey ortasında ey canım rinnanay rinna rinnanay mum yanar sofrasında ey canım hey benim de şu dünyadan gidişim ey canım rinnanay rinna rinnanay memleket sevdasından ey canım hey.
What a way to start my adventure. Welcome to Cappadocia and welcome to Turkey. The first people to utilize natural landscape as shelter were Paleolithic tribes who carved tough as early as the 8th century BC. Then, following Arab invasions and Byzantine iconoclasm between the 7th and 9th centuries, thousands of Greek and Armenian Christians began fleeing to Cappadocia to escape persecution. The rugged landscape offered the perfect place to hide and practice their religion freely. Between the 7th and 13th centuries, they carved out nearly 3,000 churches and 400 underground cities from the natural caves. And some of these cities were inhabited up until the 1920s, at which point the Greeks were kicked out of Turkey in a massive population exchange. One such city was Saratli Kirkgoz. Known in ancient times as Enegip, this 7-story high city, which was home to around 200 people, contained nearly 40 rooms, complete with water wells and ventilation shafts. A large andesite rock with relief textures was used for cold-forming copper. And aside from being completely underground, this city would function just like any normal city. These cities were pretty well planned out, with animals being housed on the first floor, churches, cemeteries, and living quarters complete with baths and toilets on the second floor, and the kitchens, food stores, and wine and olive presses on the third floor. The city is made up of around 100 stone tunnels connecting it to Derinkuyu, and these tunnels are still used by locals for storage today. These cities also served a military purpose, and by far my favorite features are these large lock stones that would have been used as security gates.
We are using these areas as a caravanserai. We are using it for sleeping time. Sometimes they were used some places for people by using some as a simple password here. That's why they must eat their food. And for them from Balkan country, they couldn't find any food because of the rains. Byzantine people, when they used this underground, they were hiding from the Roman Empire. Roman Empire was no Christian people in that time. To close their security. Like one last time. Normally in this area there was a pottery. Cappadocia, a long time ago, people who made pottery by hand with cast. They carved with something. There was a big pot for storage. This is a big storage. Sometimes they cover with something. There are secret holes from outside.
You keep camera.
Yes, in the underground you can see is an engineering mine. Yes, engineering mine. Everything is a mathematics, as a system. This is also one of the chamber of the one family. Extended family. They cannot say extended family. Maybe mother, father, grandfather, children, they can stay all together. We stay in that time.
If you turn the right.
Yes, you cannot turn back. No?
Yeah, you don't see anything.
They have a candle. Maybe they can see each other together.
Okay, go.
Go on.
It's good we not big one, yeah?
Yeah.
Small people.
Yeah, we are good. We are good. American people, they are so fat. Last year, we are seeing 4 chambers. Maybe they are extended family, mother, father, aunt.
Same temperature.
Same temperature. Here is a cooking area. It's a hole. How they smoke? Yeah. There is a smoke hole. slowly, so through with the hole, they go outside. They have a large kettle from red clay, and so they put the oxygen comes also still. They need oxygen to cook this one. Helen,
Now, as you know, I enjoy visiting places that are a bit off the tourist trail, and this place is truly off the beaten path. In fact, you won't even find it on any maps. Had my guide not brought me here, I wouldn't even know it exists. And after visiting, I have to say this is a great alternative to the more touristy underground cities. Incredible. From Saratli Kirkgoz, it's about a 1-hour drive to Goreme in the Red Valley. Beautiful. This region right here is known as the Red Valley, and it's pretty obvious to see why. And in fact, its reddish clay is a favorite amongst the local pottery makers.
White and blue. That's nice. Yes, it looks like it.
Honestly, this spot isn't too impressive to me, as I've seen the same kind of landscape in the US, but I promise you that it'll only get better from here.
Giderken aldı da bir yağmur, Üsküdar'a giderken aldı da bir yağmur. Katibimin setresi uzun, eteği çamur. Katibimin setresi uzun, eteği çamur. Katip uykudan uyanmış, gözleri mahmur.
Я думаю, что пролетает мимо. Тут они, скорее всего, с того места, где вы проезжаете.
Those strange rock formations we see down there are known as fairy chimneys, but I personally think they look like something else.
Katibenim ben katibin elde tanışır. Katibime kolalı da gömlekli güzel yaraşır. Üsküdar'a giderken bir mendil buldum. Üsküdar'a giderken bir mendil buldum. Mendilimin içine lokum doldurdum. Katibime kolalı da gömlek ne güzel yaraşır.
In Cappadocia,
didn't sleep here, yeah?
also no. They mostly study here. It's like a religion school.
And we're about to explore the region's famous Goreme Valley. The valley is dotted with beautifully frescoed churches dating from the 10th, 12th century, as well as a nunnery containing a dining hall, kitchens, rooms, and a chapel.
전화는? Sıradaki var Can. Benim devam mı? Burumun devam mı?
This was for the water?
Yes, this was running water. What's your hat? Oh my Lord!
This unique feature is called a Cappadocian table. This is where they would sit for their communal meals, which were usually prepared by one designated villager, and then after the meal they would have their prayers. With Islam being the dominant religion nowadays, it's really easy to forget that Anatolia was once a largely Christian country. Oh wow. Now I've actually visited some of the cave dwellings of the American Southwest, and although those aren't nearly as impressive as these, it's interesting to see all of the same features and building styles. It's absolutely incredible. Cappadocia was #1 on my Turkey wish list. I've been wanting to come here ever since I was a child, and I can't believe I finally got the opportunity to do so, and I have to say, it did not disappoint. Now normally at this time of the year, this place would be swarming with tourists, but because of the coronavirus, there's almost no one here. Oh my. This has been by far my favorite stop of the day. Absolutely incredible. What a beautiful place to end our day.